step into the arena, RCMP plus. It's not luck, it's logic. Bang, that's a powerbomb move right there. Light it up, big fella. Woo, that's fantasy fireworks. Buckets, baby. Ain't no rivalry like an RCMP rivalry. From stats to smack talk, where trash talk meets true talk. It's not just fantasy, it's legacy.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of RCMP plus Fantasy Hoops, where the rumors fly faster than Powerbombers can set a lineup. I'm Tommy Douglas.
And I'm PG, your co-pilot, through the most dramatic, most Canadian fantasy basketball league on earth.
Week 2 gave us everything, man. Trash talk, trade drama, broken hearts, and a few managers who forgot it's a points league, not a baseball one.
Laughing. Yeah, shout out to the Powerbombers GM who's still trying to figure out that he can't bat SGA cleanup for the Jays.
Meanwhile, Notre Dame Time is turning into the league's poacher-in-chief, sliding into every GM's DMs, offering trades like it's Black Friday.
And rumor has it, the Guardians GM's had enough of the nonsense. Apparently, he's threatening to start screening calls if he sees Notre Dame's name pop up again.
Oh, and speaking of the Guardians, the league's gone nuclear over the new waiver system. We've officially said goodbye to daily pickups and hello to FAAB Mondays.
Yeah, one shot a week now. No more midweek panic ads. Guardians GM's furious, tried rallying the troops for a revolt.
Laughs. That's right. Tried to get Ballers on board, but Ballers was too busy yelling about how Jokic was the number 1 pick for a reason.
We'll get into that, plus the week's top performers, big winners, and who's already losing the locker room. Let's get into it. All right, Tommy, let's kick things off with the juiciest storyline of the week. Notre Dame Time has gone full wheeler dealer.
Oh yeah, they've been working harder than a car salesman on commission. Word is they've got their eye on Edgecombe, and they've been blowing up Z Tiger's phone since his debut.
And not just that, now they're trying to get Cooper flagged too. It's like they're shopping for a full rebuild halfway through week 2.
Z Tiger's GM reportedly told them to lose his number. Laughs. He's not giving up the future of Canadian basketball.
But that's not stopping Notre Dame. Rumor has it they even reached out to the Guardians about Luka dangling trade offers, so wild they made the Guardians GM question his Wi-Fi connection.
And apparently, the Guardians GMs had enough between bad trades and that new waiver setup. He's on tilt.
Yeah, he's calling the new FAAB system a dictatorship. Meanwhile, Powerbombers GMs too distracted by the Blue Jays World Series run to even notice his lineups full of forwards.
That's right. He's got more front court depth than common sense right now. The man's running small guards out of his FAAB budget.
And to top it off, word around the league is that Pinguinis have joined the chase for Edgecombe to a full-blown bidding war.
Everybody wants a piece of the Z Tigers rookie. But if we're being real, the real poacher award goes to Notre Dame Time. They're everywhere. Trying to trade, trying to scheme, trying to make headlines.
They might as well rename their team to Notre Dame Tampering.
Laughs. Exactly. But hey, they're backing it up. Sitting on a win, Luka's hot, and Bam looks like a man on a mission.
Yeah, we'll see if the poaching pays off or if they talk themselves right into a cold streak.
All right, PG enough rumors. Let's talk results. Week 2 brought chaos, heartbreak, and some absolutely bonkers stat lines.
Yeah, some teams looked like contenders, and others looked like they were still finding the submit lineup button.
Laughs. Let's start at the top, the Guardians versus Padfoot Toes matchup. And oh boy, Guardians came out swinging 1,519 points. Second highest of the week.
Yeah, Padfoot didn't stand a chance. Guardians looked like they were avenging last year's playoff heartbreak. Maxey dropping 248 points, like it's nothing man's playing like he's allergic to rest.
Yeah, Maxey went nuclear, and that performance earns him our Hasson Fantasy Player of the Week.
Now, not far behind Devin Booker with 225 points, reminding everyone he's still that guy when he's healthy.
and Lauri Markkanen quietly cooking for 214. Utah might be invisible in the standings, but Lauri's keeping fantasy teams alive.
Speaking of keeping teams alive, how about Notre Dame Time? 1,347 points and a clean win over Z Tigers. That's their second straight dub, and the league's newest GM looks dialed in.
Yeah, that's what happens when Luka decides he wants to do everything. 45, 12, 11, and you just know he's sending screenshots to Z Tigers after the trade talk.
Laughs Petty Luka might be my favorite Luka. But hey, Z Tigers GM's still in good spirits. Flag and Edgecombe are looking like keepers, even if the scoreboard says otherwise.
Elsewhere, King Cobras kept rolling 1,522 points. That's now 2 weeks of domination. Jokic Goat never stood a chance.
Yeah, Cobras look scary. Holmgren, Mitchell, and Banchero just click. And rumor has it they've got Chet on the trade block. I don't know, man, feels like overthinking it.
Oh yeah, classic, too good for my own good move. Sometimes the scariest GMs are the ones who can't sit still.
Meanwhile, 2 balls. 1 hoop took down Dunkin' Donuts 1,120 to 1,062. Another steady, professional win from one of the league's quiet assassins.
Giannis doing Giannis things, and Jamal Murray's heating up. Dunkin' Donuts, though, might be time to grab an espresso shot, because that team's still waking up.
Yeah, rumor says Dunkin' Donuts GM has a few draft regrets. I'd say, don't panic, but this is fantasy. Panic's half the fun.
Laughing. Exactly. Now, one team that should be panicking, the Ballers. They ran into the Alphas and got cooked 1,446 to 1,129.
Ballers GM's still out here defending Jokic like a proud parent, but the rest of that lineup's looking dusty. LeBron and Embiid can't carry that many empty slots.
At least they're talking a big game. That alliance with Notre Dame Time might turn into a therapy group if this keeps up.
Then there's the Powerbombers losing to Pinguinis, 1,265 to 1,210. End of an era. That 3-year streak of winning, week 1's still intact, but week 2, nah.
They finally looked mortal too many forwards, not enough guards, and maybe too much baseball on TV.
Yeah, rumor says he's spending more time on Blue Jays Reddit than in the fantasy app. Get it together, champ.
Laughing. Facts. And rounding it out, Alphas quietly going 2-0. No noise, no drama, just winning. That's how you know they're dangerous.
That's right, Booker and Lauri are carrying, and Kyrie's still got some juice left. They might not have the flashiest name, but they're already looking like a playoff lock.
So after 2 weeks, Cobras and Alphas are the clear top dogs. Guardians are rising fast, and Notre Dame Time's out here wheeling and dealing like a fantasy stockbroker.
Yeah, but we all know it's early. 1 injury, 1 crazy trade, and this whole thing flips.
And I have a feeling some of those trades are coming sooner than later. All right, PG, let's spin it forward. Week 3's got some juicy matchups, and I'm already seeing a few GMs sweating before tip-off.
Oh yeah, and we're starting off. Hot Powerbombers versus Notre Dame Time. You've got the defending champ who can't set a lineup properly versus the GM who's been trying to trade with literally everyone in the league.
Laughs. The "Can I trade you, Luka?" tour continues. But real talk, Notre Dame Time's 2-0 and Powerbombers are 0-1 inch their last one. Feels like a must-win for the Bombers.
Yeah, they gotta stop worrying about the Blue Jays and focus on the depth chart. Too many forwards, not enough guards. It's like they drafted with their eyes closed.
Next up, Guardians versus Dunkin' Donuts. Guardians just dropped 1,519 points last week. Duncan's GM said he had a few regrets. I think he's about to have a few more.
If Booker and Maxey keep this up, Guardians might not lose until Christmas. Duncan better pray for a 40-point night from somebody.
Then we've got King Cobras versus Padfoot Toes. Cobras are looking unstoppable right now. Top scorer 2 weeks in a row. Chet on the block and still cruising.
Yeah, Padfoot Toes are gonna need some magic. But hey, They've been active picking up Jaime Jaquez Jr., shaking up the lineup. That's the kind of underdog story we like.
Absolutely. Then we move to Jokic Thagoat versus 2 balls 1 hoop. Both teams can put up points, but 2 balls 1 hoop looks dialed in early steady roster. Smart pickups, no panic moves.
Yeah, classic don't overthink it team. Meanwhile, Jokic the Goat's GM might need to channel his namesake because right now, the Goat's not goating.
Laughs well said. Next, Z Tigers versus Ballers. I'm calling this the Drama Bowl. Z Tigers got Notre Dame Time blowing up their phone, and Ballers are still out here defending Jokic like he's the Messiah.
Ballers better hope Jokic actually drops a triple-double every night, because the rest of that lineup's looking rough. Z Tigers have youth and momentum. I like their chances.
And finally, Pinguinis versus Alphas. This one's sneaky good. Pinguinis coming off a massive win over Powerbombers. Alphas undefeated and smooth.
Yeah, Alphas are the team nobody's talking about, which is exactly how they like it. But if Pinguinis can string 2 wins in a row, that'd shake the whole league.
So what's your lock of the week, PG?
Give me the Guardians, they're on a heater. Dunkin' Donuts is walking into a buzzsaw.
All right, I'm taking Notre Dame Time over the Powerbombers. The trades, the chatter, it's all fueling that team.
If that happens, Powerbombers GM might actually throw his phone into Lake Ontario.
Both laugh. Before we wrap, gotta give a birthday shout out to one half of the Padfoot Toes GM duo. Off-season moves, a revamped draft strategy, and still finding time to celebrate. We see you.
Happy birthday to the Toes crew. Hopefully your team gives you the gift of a W this week, because that's better than cake.
Facts. That's gonna wrap it up for this week's RCMP plus Fantasy Hoops. We've had trade drama, top performances, Powerbombers slander, and a little birthday cheer.
And don't forget, if the playoffs started today, well, we'll get to that next week.
Laughs. That's a tease, baby. We'll catch y'all next week, same time. Same league, same chaos.
Set your lineups. Don't be that GM.